Hey guys, it's Jim, Old Coot Camper, coming at you from quarantine. We are locked up, we are shut down, we are just stuck doing nothing because of this COVID-19 insanity that we're all living. I don't know what's going on, but I do know one thing for sure, that my 401k reminds me of Ross Perot. That sucking sound as the value of my retirement income just continues to plummet. Although today was a good day on the market, up like 1,000 points or some darn thing. It's crazy though. Got a long way to go. Remember, if you lose like 25%, it's got to go up 30% to make that back. So we're a long way from breaking even in that regard. But I'm lucky because I work for a beer company. Don't know if you can tell behind me. Got a lot of beer paraphernalia. Work for Molson Coors Beverage Company. We make Miller Lite, Coors Light, Kugels, Henry Weinhardt's, a lot of beer, a lot of other products as well. But we are an essential business. So lucky for me, I still got a job. And so I'm very lucky compared to a lot of other people who, quite frankly, are in worse shape than that. So cheers to beer, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, although I'm working a lot from my basement, I'm bored as hell because I can't do anything outside, really. The weather is just starting to get nice here in Wisconsin. But until the last couple of days, pretty much been locked up, cooped up, locked down, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, been thinking about camping. This is a program about camping, right? Channel about camping. Well, I haven't done much camping. I didn't do much camping last year. I got my new camper, camped 3 times. A lot of stuff got in the way. Life got in the way, and now the damn virus has got in the way. All the state parks in Wisconsin are closed down. Most of the private individually owned parks are also closed down. So I had my camper in storage, indoor storage. I found a place. That was my first year. I have a lot of questions about that. Did my winterization work? Do I have critters living in my camper? Most important is the batteries still working. So it's indoors, but I didn't have a trickle charge on it. Couldn't do that where I stored it. So I don't know, man. Everything's shut off, but we'll see when I pick it up. And probably a week or so, I'll pick that puppy up. I'll do a video on that if I can. And we'll see if everything works or if the whole thing went to hell in a handbasket. But good news was that in Wisconsin this year, quite frankly, it was not that cold. In fact, my windows in my house didn't freeze up once this year. The last couple of years, we had at least a week where I was chipping ice off the inside of my windows, and don't tell me to get new windows. I did that. But when it's 25 below, there's not much you can do. But this year was warmer, so I don't have to worry about that. Cheers climate change as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, this pretty much is a video about nothing, but I got bored, so I wanted to do something, and maybe you're bored too. Anyway, what I decided to do is I'm going to plan that camping trip I may never take. And that is, I've always wanted to go camping out west. That was one of the thrills of getting a camper. Haven't done that yet. I did camp out west once a couple of years ago with my brother-in-law, my 2 brother-in-laws and their family, and it was an awesome time. We were up in the Wind River Mountains, Green Lakes area. I will link to a video from Grand Adventure. Mark Guido does a great job of camping videos. Not like me. I mean, he's good at it. I'm just a nobody at it. Anyway, he's got a great video if you ever want to go out and see that and look and see what the Wind River Mountain Range is like. It's absolutely gorgeous. So anyway, I planned my own camping trip. Used Google Maps, and I mapped it all out. I'm a little bit of a history buff as well, and I read a book recently called The Oregon Trail by Rinker, and I'll link to that too, where you can get that. Anyway, it's this really cool book about this guy, Rinker, and his brother Nick, who actually, like 5 years ago or 6 years ago or something like that, they built a freaking covered wagon, and they purchased mules, and they actually retraced the Oregon Trail from Independence, Missouri, all the way up into Idaho. And it was a fascinating story about history, because he intertwined a lot of history in there, but also about his own adventure, how he did it. Now, a lot of the roads were paved and stuff, but surprisingly enough, most of it, or much of it, on private property. The Oregon Trail, as it existed, 100 plus years ago, still exists today. And so they did that. Anyway, so that inspired me a little bit. So I planned out my thing. I've got a map. Here it is. I'll show it to you. You can see here, I use Google Maps, and I picked out where I'm going to camp and what I'm going to see. And you can see I go down to Independence, Missouri from where I live in Wisconsin. Then I follow the Oregon Trail, essentially to Ogallala, Nebraska, I think it is. And then rather than going farther west, I actually go north. Always wanted to see Wounded Knee. Haven't read the book, or I read it years and years and years ago. Bury my heart at Wounded Knee. I should probably read that again. But then up into the Badlands, Black Hills, up into Theodore Roosevelt National Park, across to Fargo, and then back down. My last stop is Chippewa Falls, up at the Leinenkugel Brewery up there. That's my prized possession, my Jake Leinenkugel signed paddle. And I'm going to stop there and do a brewery tour. I'm going to stop at some brewery tours because I use the Harvest Host app as well, and so I've got a variety of different breweries and wineries I'm going to stop at along the way. So anyway, that's my plan. You can see it on the map there. What are you guys going to do? What are you doing? Are you camping? Are you able to camp? Have you figured it out? I know some people are getting out there, but around here it doesn't sound like it. Maybe we can all plan our own little vacation. Tell me where you want to go, and maybe someday we'll all meet up and end up at the same place, and it'll be a lot of fun. Anyway, give me some ideas and tell me what you're doing. And when I do my video on whether or not my tab survived the winter, you can give me all kinds of tips about things I might have done wrong, if in fact the whole winter storage thing was a disaster. So if you like this video, great, give it a thumbs up. You're supposed to say that, by the way. And if you don't, I don't really care. But maybe I should care, because there's another guy that does great camping videos. His name is Traveling Robert. He's awesome. He's a musician. He's an artist. He's a cameraman. But because he's been doing these videos, Winnebago gave him a free, fully decked out mini teeny camper. I mean, it's got like super powerful Wi-Fi and everything you could want in a little camper, and he got it for free. I guess maybe after a year he has to buy it or give it back or something, but still, that's a pretty good deal. So maybe I need a sponsor. I got an idea. What do you think about this? Anyway, folks, hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was about nothing, but maybe you're as bored as I am. Again, send me some ideas on where you're going. Show me your map. I'm going to see if I can actually share that map and link to it. Not that you're interested. I don't know. Anyway, be safe, be healthy, be positive. Cheers.